Welcome back to the Other Sports Show, and we are now joined by our first repeat guest, President of Arlington Sports, Rob Laybourn. How you doing?
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you're here again.
I'm here
because
again.
Coming up in June is the Air Force Cycling Classic, right?
Yep, it's our 13th year.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Before we get started, talk about what we're wearing before you talk about the actual event.
You guys are wearing jerseys that are worn by members of our Team Intrepid riders that are participants of the Air Force Cycling Classic's Crystal Ride, which takes place Sunday morning, June 13th. And to be part of that, it's a $150 minimum pledge, and you can get a jersey similar to these, but not quite these. The top fundraiser gets this beautiful yellow jersey, the Maillot Jaune,
Top fundraiser.
Yes, or a $2,500 or more amount raised gets you the polka dot jersey.
Okay, very cool.
We also have a green jersey, which I chose not to wear.
Well, tell us about the event this year and what's new.
The event itself, it's 2 days of riding and racing for all abilities and fans. So on Saturday is the 13th annual Clarendon Cup right here in Arlington, right around the Clarendon Metro. All the top pros in the country will be participating once again. We have amateur races in the morning. We have a kids race, highly popular with kids 9 and under. It's free. And then on Sunday morning, as I mentioned earlier, we have the Air Force Cycling Challenge Crystal Ride, which is open to anybody of all abilities. You can either ride as a fundraiser or just as a regular rider. It's $45 entry fee, and you're off and running. After the after the ride, we then go into a men's pro race and an amateur race and a women's race as well on Sunday in Crystal City.
And where does the tour kind of take it? It's around Clarendon, right? And it goes around. It finishes around.
It's right at the Clarendon Metro. Yeah, it's a 1 kilometer course. It goes up Wilson Boulevard to Washington, Highland, down Clarendon, and back up Wilson. 1K course. The pros do it 100 times. Amateurs do it a little less in the earlier races in the morning. And on Sunday, the Crystal Ride course is 12.5 kilometers, and participants can ride up to 3.5 hours. And if they ride 8 or more laps, they get a gold medal. 4 laps, they get a silver medal, and 2 laps, they get a bronze medal. And the pro race after the ride is in Crystal City. It's a 2 kilometer course, essentially up and down Crystal Drive, right between 23rd and 15th Street.
Okay, so you're president of Arlington Sports. So
Yes.
Talk about that organization.
Arlington Sports, I started it back in 1998 to really manage and organize a bike race that I put on here starting in 1998, which was the Clarendon Cup. And it's a nonprofit, it's 501c3, and with that organization I promote and develop amateur and professional cycling. And we've got this big event weekend here in Arlington. I've supported a couple of events in the District of Columbia in the past, and I also have a very similar event like the Clarendon Cup in my hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
So for everyone watching out there who doesn't know much about cycling, or if they want to get involved in cycling, they can come to you and you can kind of get the beginner started too, right?
Sure. I mean, a lot of people, I get emails fairly regularly looking to see how they can get involved in the sport, and I usually will direct them towards some of the local clubs. There's quite a few really excellent clubs in the area that can support, the beginner club rider, racer, and so on. So that's normally what I'll do. So we have a very, very good organization here called the Mid-Atlantic Bicycle Racing Association that has clubs all over the region.
Is it too late to get involved in this upcoming event in June?
Absolutely not.
And how far until it's too late to get involved?
You can get involved as early as you want. We'll take volunteers. You certainly have today, or you can help us out as of 5 o'clock the day of the event, helping us clean up. So there's never too late. But we look for volunteers to help course marshal, making sure people don't walk out into the course. We look for people to help our setup and tear down, as well as registration. So, or you can participate if you're a local racer. Most of those guys know how to get involved. Or if you want to just do the ride on Sunday morning, registrations is open right now at airforcecyclingclassic.com.
Fantastic.
All right, the event is June 12th and 13th. For more information, go to arlingtonsports.org.
Yeah. Rob, thank you very much.
Great, thanks for having me. You guys look great.
First repeat guest. All right, I'm looking good in this thing. I like this.